Welcome everyone to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for March 17th, Thursday, 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different. All right, so first quarter phase still this week, which is about that implementation of these major new beginnings and perhaps transformational areas of our life. So today the moon is going to be in Gemini, going into Cancer in the evening time. So still probably very much about the implementation of our minds, utilizing our minds, utilizing communication and those kinds of things. And that's really going to be emphasized today because Mercury is going to be going over the South Node in Chiron, which I'll talk about. So really emphasizing the Geminian qualities of life. It could be our minds, it could be our thinking patterns, it could be needing to bring extra attention to that, maybe working on the communications, working on the social aspects of things, that kind of stuff. Anything that's a to and fro sort of energy of life. So that's going to be very strong, I feel like, today, and I think finding the middle path with, again, those healthy ways of thinking, healthy ways of communicating can be fantastic. Now, the sun is in Pisces, of course, so still the focus is on the intuitive aspects of life. And this is all about perhaps the deep psyche, taking some time to connect spiritually and connect to that present moment. Is that prana? Is that energy? So looking here at the transit graph, we've got that Mercury going over Chiron and then going over that South Node later in the day. So this is emphasizing, again, those same areas that are associated with Gemini. So when it comes to our mental abilities, when it comes to our communication skills, this is a good time to explore them. It's a good time to see maybe even where there might be some imbalances with them, because the South Node does suggest areas that might be taken to an over or under extreme with them for each of us individually in our own lives that can be brought back into balance, back into harmony. So it's great to explore that. It's a very spiritual aspect, the South Node, in terms of where we can dive deep with the mind, dive deep with the communication stuff, and see where some change might be needed in regards to that. So that can also be some wounds relating to that, which is the Chiron energy of perhaps feeling a bit inhibited, a bit wounded when it comes to these kinds of things. So that extra attention can be great too for healing it, for working with it, and all in all, just learning more about it. So the good news with this is that it's all part of these major shifts and changes. Jupiter is still trining up to Pluto, so there's a lot of this inner support still supporting us for this major change at the moment. And here specifically with perhaps how we can implement this new perspective, right? Bring some awareness to the mind even. Mercury's going into Pisces. How we can observe the mind, observe the self in that sense. And, the moon is going to be trining up to this position today, so it's actually quite supportive with the feelings, in the sense that I think we can have a natural concern for it, a natural understanding for it. Okay, so very powerful in regards to that here today. The moon is going to be opposing up to Pluto. And so with this one, it's been this ongoing theme of Pluto squaring up to Uranus, of that, in this case, this gap, this rift between what's possible in life, which has been that Pluto in Sagittarius, opposing up to the moon in Gemini. So the key with this is it's all about balance. How can we take this mental stuff? How can we take this practical stuff and maybe even this routine that's changing as well, so that we can apply it towards the life path, so we can apply it towards the possibilities, because only the things that are really possible can be implemented practically. And this is why it's such an excellent time of the week to implement these things practically, right? And that's the support, but it's all about balance, right? Without going to the extreme of just the possibilities, without the follow through, without the implementation, and vice versa. We don't want to get too caught up into the mental aspects of things without seeing the open horizons. So very important in terms of this balance, and that square up to Uranus is again suggesting this freedom that can be accessed through that present moment awareness, right? In the now. And that's something that the sun has really been showing us lately with the sun transiting Pisces, really accessing that present moment and that intuition. All right, so I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.